As the January 31st property tax deadline approaches for Texas homeowners, there's a change to the homestead exemption law that many don't know about. It took effect on January 1st. Now it saves most homeowners money, but for those buying a brand new construction, it may not be worth taking it. A retired Austin teacher found that out the hard way. She contacted the KVUE defenders for help. And here's investigative reporter Jenny Lee.
Today, the building houses Papa Jack's Bar and Jack's Axes, a new axe throwing business that hadn't yet opened. Firefighters say the roof of the building collapsed. That building considered a total loss tonight. Luckily, no one was inside. No one was hurt.
As the January 31st property tax deadline approaches for Texas homeowners, there's a change to the homestead exemption law that many don't know about. It took effect on January 1st. Now it saves most homeowners money, but for those buying a brand new construction, it may not be worth taking it. A retired Austin teacher found that out the hard way. She contacted the KVUE defenders for help. And here's investigative reporter Jenny Lee.
Inside this gray and white house in South Austin,
there is this tiny little line that it's not quite a fit.
Penny Martin is hard at work.
It's 2,000 pieces.
Trying to put all 2,000 pieces of the puzzle together.
It's very complicated.
She has been at this for a month.
This one looks like it might go there, but it doesn't.
It's not the only riddle facing Martin. The 74-year-old is also trying to solve another problem. What happened to her homestead and over 65 tax exemptions?
I am over 65.
Like her puzzle, Martin's situation is complex. She bought the brand new unconstructed home in 2020, but didn't move in until March of 2021 when that home was built. That's also around the time Martin said she started calling the Travis Central Appraisal District to ask about transferring the homestead and over 65 exemptions from her old home to the new one. In the process, Martin discovered a change in the state law she says very few people know about, and it could cost them. That's when she called the KVUE defenders for help.
Why didn't people know about this?
Martin is talking about the new change to the homestead exemption, which took effect January 1st. A homestead exemption removes part of your home's value from being taxed, so it lowers your property taxes. The change is great for homeowners whose houses are not under construction. Here's real estate attorney Julia Knoll.
For the very first time, if you move into a property or purchase a property after January 1st, you now might be eligible to go ahead and get that homestead exemption.
Before, you had to wait until the following year to apply for that exemption. For new builds, Knoll says this is where it gets tricky.
The issue when we are dealing with this new tax law is that it's going to be really difficult for people who are buying new homes, because if that home was not 100% built by January 1st, then it wouldn't qualify for a homestead exemption as of January 1st because it cannot have someone that lives in it. It's not qualified. Probably can't get a CO, a certificate of occupancy.
Knoll says she is also keeping a close eye on something else.
What I'm really curious to see what's going to happen is the protests and arguments that are going to happen in terms of the house was at completion for livability, but maybe not completion for the final transaction. And what I mean by that is you can get a certificate of occupancy if you maybe have one working toilet in the house, but you don't have them all in. Well, you're not going to move into that house while it's not completely finished, but it could be livable.
Martin eventually worked out a solution with TCAT. No homestead or over 65 exemptions for 2021, but will get both for 2022. Brooke Steele is Martin's realtor and helped her through the TCAT process.
They appraised it as just half finished, so half the value. To her benefit, it was better for her to take that amount, the lower appraisal amount of half of a home, and have that as her tax bill, which was much lower than a full value of a home.
In other words, Martin is paying less in taxes for 2021.
You look like you might go together.
It's a good fit to one puzzle as Martin continues to finish the one she actually enjoys. For the KV Defenders, I'm Jenny Lee.
Well, we made several requests to speak with someone from the Travis County Central Appraisal District. Those requests were declined.